Hey, Wisconsin group. It is about midnight where you guys are, 10 o'clock in California. And look at that. Not only do you have traffic going in the morning, you got traffic at 10 o'clock at night. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyways, I don't know if you guys know about semis. The semis have a stick shift, right? And it's not like your normal stick shift for anybody who knows how to drive a stick shift. So you got this handy dandy splitter right here that goes from my, I'm trying to get a, there you go. This goes from my low gear to my high gear, and this is what they call a 13 speed because I got a thumb control here. So basically when I put my clutch in, right, I put my truck in low gear because I'm going up a hill, and I just let the clutch out. I don't even have to give it accelerator. I just let it out, and it just instantly grabs. And then as I start climbing my gears, and I don't even have to clutch it when I do that. See my clutch? Watch. All right. So there's a fun fact. I'm gonna put you guys down now while I do the video. Off the light. All right, so as I'm talking to you guys, I went into my videos for part 1 and part 2 about the bug out bag, and you know what, let me see if I can switch over to my headset here. You guys probably hear me better. Hold on, sorry, I should have been more prepared. All right, there we go. So I went into the part 1 and part 2 of the what to carry in a bug out bag, and it cut offs on part 3. So I was talking about pants, my favorite pants. Anyways, you're not going to want to wear jeans. Jeans, they're not as flexible, they're not as comfortable. They won't dry as easy. They're durable, obviously, but you're gonna want like a cargo pant, obviously for the cargo pockets and the comfort of it, and it's thinner, so it's good. You want something that's gonna dry fast in case you get wet, and it's kind of airy to keep, you know, the funkiness aired out. I carry 3 pairs of pants in my bug out bag. You don't have to really worry about being cold because if you have a thin pant, you can have your long johns underneath, but if you get too warm, you can take the long johns off, obviously, and now you have yourself a pant. A comfortable pair of pants. The ones that I have a belt already built into them, which is kind of nice for fat guys. So, also, the pants that I have actually, they got a zipper around the thigh that they can turn into shorts. Another Gander item. I know, I'm a Gander guy. Here's a fun fact for you guys. You know that Gander Mountain, when they went out of business, it's the same company. Excuse me. My throat gets super dry. And you know, that's another thing I noticed in my videos. I say super, cool, a lot. And I know I talk a lot, yes, I'm aware of this. I think that's probably why I'm a good host for this Wisconsin group, right? We talked about the underwear and the socks and the pants, and now we go to your shirts. Long sleeve t-shirts are perfect. Have a sweatshirt, have a hoodie sweatshirt, at least one. And you're going to want to have, you know, probably 3, 4, 6 t-shirts. They're light, they dry fast. I have 3 long sleeve and 2 short sleeves. And you're going to want a couple pairs of gloves, like we mentioned. Gloves are really nice to have for the obvious. I have a pair of, they flip from like a glove with exposed fingers, and then it flips over for the mid that comes over your fingers, I have frostbites. So I'm probably had frostbite on at least 3 or 4 of my fingers. So regular gloves really don't do the trick. My fingers, they feel like they fall asleep and they burn and stuff. So mittens are really appropriate for my hands. But you have the flip back top piece, so you have your actual movement of your fingers for like trigger fingers and stuff like that. So that's nice as well. Have yourself a baseball cap, 1 baseball cap, at least 1 baseball cap, because who wants to see bedhead all the time, right? So when I'm in the truck, I have several baseball hats. You're gonna wanna have I'd say probably at least 4 to 10 toothbrushes. Again, you're gonna go. I mean, when it does go down, obviously, you know, you toothbrush and you probably change it out a couple times a year, 3-4 times a year. But again, you'll have yourself a bartering tool, right? And you know, toothpaste is only gonna go so far. So think more along the lines of baking soda in your bag, and it's not going to taste as good, right? I mean, it tastes disgusting, but you know, it's oral hygiene, which is super important. There you go again, which is super important. And God, I can't believe this traffic, man. This is insane. And I shut down for like 4 hours just so I could avoid this, believe it or not. I know I go off into different tangents. I'm sorry. And then another video that I watched was this guy. He was an Australian guy, and I wanted to know about field hygiene, right? And so he had a cool video on you know, how to brush your teeth in the field. They actually took a piece of, and we're all gonna try this. We're gonna start a fire, and then once the fire, you know, is building up some charcoal and stuff, and what they did is they took a piece of firewood that was charcoal, and they put it into a canteen cup, and they added a little water, and then they kind of mashed down the water and the charcoal and made like a nasty charcoal paste. But they say that's really a good way to keep your the best way to brush your teeth is, you know, with charcoal and stuff like that. So we're going to try that as well. But so obviously you're going to always have a fire, so you're never going to run out of oral hygiene stuff. So have yourself some toothbrushes. Also have yourself a small mirror for the obvious, right? A pair of tweezers, a pair of nail clips, nail clippers. I don't really see you manicuring your nails, but it wouldn't hurt to have an emery board, a couple emery boards in there. I wouldn't worry about deodorant, really. I truly wouldn't. It's going to attract bugs out in the wilderness because of the sweet smell. I wouldn't have body sprays. Yeah, this is obvious, right? You're in the woods. You're not at the mall. So I wouldn't even worry about any sort of perfume smelling stuff. No perfume smelling soaps. Anybody that goes to if you spend time in a hotel, I think David travels a lot. That sounds like it anyways. I'm just assuming that he said he's going to be out in California in January. So when you're at your hotel, you know, those little bars of soap, man, clip them. Anytime I stay at a hotel when I'm on the road, or my wife and I stay in a hotel, occasionally we'll clip all the soap in there, man. And I got several bars of small things of soap for free. Well, you're not for free, you're paying for it, right? So that is nice to have for soap. And then we talked about the hand sanitizer and the feminine products for the ladies. Now you're gonna want to have a scissors as well, because you're gonna be like mountain men out there, mountain women, right? With hair this and hair that. So you're gonna want to have a pair of scissors, nice scissors, because you're gonna need to last for a while. And we can always sharpen the scissors on a sharpening stone. So have that as well. I'm actually gonna buy. I don't have one, and I'm a little, I wouldn't say afraid. I don't scare easy. Like I said, the only fear I have is that I can't get home to my wife and family and friends and you guys. But a straight razor, because a straight razor you can sharpen. So don't go with disposable razors; they won't last very long. Damn it! Excuse me. And so have a straight razor, guys. Have a straight razor, a nice one that you can sharpen. And you know, like when I was in the military, we had to dry shave a lot, and you know, you can get a little lathering by just, I mean, we've all done it, right, with the soap and a little bit of lather. Excuse me. I would say have a pair of safety glasses. We talked about the sunglasses, but we didn't talk about safety glasses. The only reason why I'm saying that is, obviously, right? I mean, you don't want shit getting in your eye. But most importantly, when you're moving at night and you don't want to have to move super slow, my favorite word, super duper trooper. Because if you're walking through the woods, you might catch a branch in the eye. I've done it. Thank God it didn't poke out my eye. But you're going to get branches in the eyeballs. So have yourself a nice pair. Don't get those, you know, those ones with the rubber band in the back, those idiotic looking ones, because if you have it, I'm going to rib on you. Have yourself a couple nice pairs of safety glasses. I'm big. My wife buys me a bunch of eyeglasses. She spoils me. I spoil her. That's the way it should be, right? So the I have a lot of eyeglasses. So one thing I don't like, whether it's sunglasses or eyeglasses, I cannot stand a scratch on my lens. Ooh, that is one of Kurt's biggest pet peeves, and Sarah will tell you, don't ever let me see you carry your glasses outside of a case. So, excuse me, man. And beautiful weather out here, though. I mean, it was 65, 70 today, and it's a nice place to come and visit California and unload and load. I picked up some tractors, some New Holland tractors. I'm going over to Winnemucca, Nevada, deliver tomorrow, and then I got to shoot over to Kearney, Missouri, and then I got to try to get home for our family gathering on Saturday the 22nd for Chicago. We take the train every year down to Chicago. Sarah's family, and she's got great family. And we spend the day in Chicago. And it's a Christmas thing, right? So, anyways, oh my God, I got a lot of miles. Well over 2,000 miles to get home. I think it's like probably about 2,500 miles. I got to try to do in the next couple days, in which I'm running totally illegal right now. I've done it before. We have these things called ELDs in our trucks. It's an acronym for electronic logging device. I call it the snitch book. It snitches on everything you do in the truck, from your insurance to, we pay a healthy insurance, commercial insurance. We have a $250,000 on our car, going $1 million on our liability, and it's hefty. It's hefty per month. Like, well, I mean, if you just have one truck, you're spending about a little over $800 a month just for cargo insurance. And then as you add trucks, depending on what your driving records are, it can, you know, stay the same, go up a little bit, whatever the case is. And then you got to pay a $1,700 to $1,900 apportioned plate fee every year for the truck, and heavy equipment highway tax, and IFTA fuel tax, and UCR, which is Unified Carrier Registration. And man, did Uncle Sam so far in my pocket, man, these deep state biatches can't, you know, they're so far in our pocket. That's conversation for another time, another video. And I'm just kind of thinking about this stuff as I go. I didn't really want to, like I said, break out my bag again. Also, have a good sleeping bag. Who doesn't like a nice, warm, comfortable sleeping apparatus or material? Have a Gore-Tex if possible. I mean, the really nice sleeping bag. I got a cheaper sleeping bag. I mean, I'm big fat guys. We put off a lot of heat, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But it's the weight of the bag. The cheaper the bag, the less insulated it is, the heavier it is, more weight in your pack, so on and so on and so on. So have a really nice sleeping bag, guys. Have a, like I said, Gore-Tex, and you're gonna wanna, obviously, the smaller the better to make room in your pack, right? And then what I did is I showed you guys my night vision goggles. At the shop, I made up some Faraday cages out of cardboard box and aluminum foil, and I wrapped the whole entire box. They say that you don't want to have any rips in your aluminum foil. You want to overlap your aluminum foil. You want to get it, wrap it like a nice Christmas present. And then when you put your electronic devices in the Faraday cage, you're going to want to wrap the entire device in aluminum foil. I double wrap it just for, I don't know, who knows if it even works, right? But they say that it does, so we'll see. So I wrap my night vision goggles in aluminum foil in the truck. So any electronic devices you have in your bags, you can buy those Faraday bags. Aluminum foil is just as good. What else we got? Have a good, like a box cutter. How they say the terrorists took flights over with box cutters, right? Have yourself a nice box cutter, a nice utility knife. A sharp blade out there would be, I mean, you got your knife, obviously, but nothing's as sharp as a razor knife. And then, when you go to the hardware store to buy it, buy a 100-pack of blades. I mean, you can really do a lot with razor blades. So have yourself a nice box cutter knife, nice utility knife. We talked about the screwdrivers, the knives, chem lights. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do anything scripted. I just kind of shoot from the hip. What else? I would say, I mean, if you want to be gelling, you could have yourself some Dr. Scholl's, some nice, comfortable gel inserts. That wouldn't hurt. I mean, your feet would definitely thank you on that. And then along the lines of feet care, if you have bunions, I don't mean to laugh if you got bunions. My feet used to be super messed up, man, when I was in my unit. Oh, God, you talk about fungus toenails and really gross shit. I mean, my feet were really bad, man, really bad. Because I took, we were 9 months out of the year, we were wearing boots. You only took them off to sleep, and then, your socks were wet. And just funky Cole Medina. And so my feet were really bad for a really long time. And then when I was playing a lot of ball, I played a lot of football and a lot of softball for bar leagues, 4 or 5 nights a week, plus worked all those hours. So I couldn't take this pill. My doctor wanted to give me this Lamisil pill. You would take it once every day for 90 days. And so finally, when I stopped playing ball and stopped drinking a lot and stuff, it wasn't like I was an alcoholic, but when you play for bar leagues, you have to go to the sponsor's place. That's why they sponsor you, right? So I finally took the Lamisil pill, man. My feet, my wife and I rub each other's feet. I don't, yeah, I mean, I think that we should all know each other, you know, and so I'll do little things like that, you know, comment this and comment that, and I want you guys to do the same, man. We'll rub each other's feet or whatever, and my feet are like baby soft. So I'm a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flop guy. I would wear that shit every single day for the rest of my life if I could, but unfortunately we can't. That's another thing. Maybe have a pair of flip-flops, man, to air out your feet if you're, you know, if we're not but you know, we're camped out. Air out your feet as much as you can, man. I mean, and have some stuff for bunions. Maybe have a can of Tough Actin Tinactin. I do not endorse these products once again. And have it, you know, for athlete's feet or something. You know, I don't really know what else. You got your feet, shoes, socks, pants, pants. Oh, have a good rain suit. Have a good rain suit. You know, once again, you're going to be out in the elements, so if it's raining, you're going to be miserable, man. It sucks. It sucks to have to move in the rain and not have proper rain gear. So have a rain gear. Have a mosquito net. Have a mosquito net, man. That is going to be so damn important. My wife and I, we bought fishing poles and tack boxes and a fishing net, and I bought a couple. I'm a big pawn shop guy. I love pawn shops and Goodwill and stuff. I just love, it's like a treasure hunt, right? So one of this pawn shop that I go to, that we go to, they were selling some ice fishing things. I've never ice fished a day in my life, but there's going to be ice out in the water. Might as well learn how to fish out there. Also in our bug out trailer, we got shovels, picks, pitchforks. I got a gorilla bar. It's about a 6-foot metal bar. We got a chainsaw, post hole digger. We got axes. I got wedges for cutting down trees. We got tree saws. Man, dude, we got so much shit in that thing, man, and I can't wait to show you guys it. We're also going to be doing, I don't know if anybody knows how to drive a manual or ride a manual. Our ATVs, they're old. I call them the murder machines. My wife, she rides a Harley. I had a bike years ago. It's not in the budget right now, but eventually I'll get a Harley again. So she knows how to ride, and I know how to ride. If anybody else doesn't know how to ride, we're going to do a course. We're going to break out the ATVs, and I'm going to teach you how to ride an ATV. And you teach yourself how to ride an ATV. I'm not a trained, certified ATV instructor. So, and actually, I had a major wipeout. Was it last year? Yeah, last year I was hot dogging around. No helmet, of course, and I flipped it, and it went up, and the whole ATV crashed on my right side, and I was actually in the hospital for like 5 or 6 days. They thought I had internal bleeding, so, but you got to get back on that horse, right? So, anyways, I'm not an ATV instructor. I'll probably tell you everything that's wrong to do on those things. But we'll break it out. We'll let you guys, you know, get familiarized with them. We got a couple ATV trailers. We welded ball hitches and winches on both the ATVs. So, you know, you guys, you know, get a little ATV time. We're also going to get some trigger time. I don't know who. Now, that is one thing that I'm really good at is training people how to fire with a firearm. How to handle it. I'm huge on safety. You can ask my wife. And I can joke around. I'm a big joker. But when it comes to life or death, man, I get really serious very fast when it comes to safety. We even taught. I have 3 godchildren, and I'm just about to have my 4th godchild, Javier. And we actually took him out shooting. And we didn't show. No, I think we just showed him, and at the time he was like 10 or 11, so we can even show kids how to shoot. So we got the rain suit. We can make snowshoes in the wilderness. If anybody wants to go online and print out, a couple copies of how to make snowshoes out of branches, that would actually be a really, really nice group workshop to have, is making your own snowshoes. That'd be really cool. What else we got? You got your shoes, your socks, your pants. I love saying it like that. Pants, shorts, underwear, long john top, belt, shirts. Oh, have a lightweight jacket. I have a nice little. Well, nothing on me is little, right? I'm a big fat guy, so I have a nice military. It's like almost kind of like a sweat jacket, kind of, sort of, but it's camouflage. And it's got the zip up front with the airy this and the airy that, which is nice. Have yourself a thinner jacket, and then have yourself a nice Gore-Tex jacket. My wife and I, we went to the PX. You can get a lot of this stuff at the PX, and it doesn't have to be brand new. The PX sells used. A nice camouflage, or you can do North Face. I mean, my wife and I have North Face jackets. They're nice, they're quality, but you're paying a North Face price. But this outdoor survival stuff is not cheap, right? I mean, shit's expensive. But you're gonna get a military product with the camouflage, with the North Face quality, but not really at the North Face price. So have yourself a nice Gore-Tex jacket. Something that's a little bulky, so you can put on layers underneath it, layering up in obviously the cold weather. I'm sure you guys are all aware of that. That layers is very important. We have these things. They're called poncho liners. You can get these at the PX as well, military issue, military surplus online, whatever. eBay. You can buy a lot of this stuff on eBay too, guys. A nice bug out pack, Gore-Tex jacket. I mean, eBay's got everything, right? I mean, I never was an Amazon guy or an eBay guy till Sarah and I started dating, and she's the eBay queen. She sells shit on eBay and buys stuff on eBay, blah, blah, blah. So, eBay, man, you can literally buy anything. I mean, I think you can probably buy a baby on eBay. Go on there and look for poncho liners. It's like a thin blanket, but it's kind of like a silky material, really warm, but it dries fast. But that's also something if say for instance you're not it's not cold, you don't want to break out the sleeping bag, but you want to have some sort of warmth. The poncho liner is perfect, man. Those things are awesome to have. If you don't, the bug out shelter that we made, I actually put collapsible bunks in there, like plywood bunks, so you can lay your PUSSY pad down and your sleeping bag, and you'll have a little bit of cushion in it. But if you wanted a cot wouldn't be a bad idea for your bug out stuff. And these are things that you don't have to carry, but it's nice to have. Sleeping off the ground in a cot. But now once we make these, actually you wouldn't need a cot, because hopefully you guys will like the bug out wheel that we're gonna make. So nix the cot. Ixnay on the ombre, on the egray, on the tate. So, but a hammock would be kind of nice, like a net hammock, not very heavy, something that you can lay out and pretend that we're human again on hammocks. pretend that we just did our yard work when we're laying down in the hammock with a cold brewski in our hand. So maybe have a hammock, you know. Have yourself an air pillow. We mentioned that. Have yourself a couple of the air pillows, because you can also, like I said, use it for a flotation device if needed. And have yourself a big ass bottle of Xanax. So, no, my doctor prescribes me a shit ton of muscle relaxers. I don't take them obviously when I'm driving, but more and more as the body ailments get worse and worse, I take them. You know, I don't take them daily. I try not to take any. I do take Tramadol, which kind of gets the rusty wheels going in the morning. But there was a guy, and this is for Kate, our herbalistic specialist. There was a guy that mentioned on the Barf Show merengue and kratom, I think it was. Kratom is good for like dope sick people, like people that are on heroin and shit like that. And pharmacies, you know, big pharma, you know, they don't want cures, they want customers, right? So this kratom is good for like dope sick. It's good for ailments. It's kind of like a natural pain relief. I want to buy a couple pounds of it just to have it on hand. And then the merengue, I guess they say if you have like a tablespoon a day or something, it's equivalent to having 3 full course meals. The guy said, so I want to get some of that. And I really, like I said, this is all make pretend, man. This is all make believe. We don't know. Right now, we have no idea how this is going to go down. It's going to go down, but we just don't know how. And right now, it's just like I said, it's not. It's serious, but it's all make pretend, man. It's make believe right now. So we just gotta see. Oh man, that car is total orange. That's probably why all the traffic was backed up earlier. Man, this car was burnt. Anyways, so have yourself some Xanax, some muscle relaxers, and keep them for the just in case, because you're gonna have anxiety out here, man. We're gonna be sore as shit, because you know we're all sleeping on these pillow tops or Tempur-Pedics or whatever. What else, man? I don't know what else it would be, but here's I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys go. I think I've taken up enough of your guys' time. Fun fact for today. Try to add a fun fact in here on the daily or on per video. Fun fact for today. Did you guys know that margarine was illegal, literally illegal in the state of Wisconsin? Look it up. I want to say from like the early 1900s, like even like up until like the 50s or 60s. But they, damn, there's another car burn. Holy shit. Yeah, it was illegal. So what they would do is, because margarine was cheaper than butter, and Wisconsin being a dairy state, which we are no longer considered really the dairy state. I mean, we are, but we're not. California is actually the dairy state now. But yeah, what they would do is the folks would go over the Illinois border or over the border. I don't know if they did it in Minnesota. I know they did it a lot in Illinois. It's probably why we have such a rivalry with the Flatlanders, right? But they would go over there, they'd buy the margarine, and then they would bring it back. And in case they were stopped, what they would do is there were these coloring packets that they would mix into the margarine to make it look like butter so that the law enforcement couldn't tell. But yeah, it was illegal to own or possess or transport into Wisconsin margarine. So that's it, man. I hope everybody's well. I love all you guys, and you guys be safe. holidays are coming up, and I'll call Billy, David, and Kate and Ken tomorrow. I'm gonna be up. I'll be up non-stop here, so I'll get some talk time with you guys. Like I said, love all you guys, and be safe. Have a great day. Kurt out. Ciao.